now I'm getting into the Manitoba connection, because what happened was when I was playing in my last year there of junior hockey, I was contacted by the people. Really, it was Gordon Jukes, who was the president of the Canadian Amateur Hockey Association at the time, and Fran Huck when I went to play with Regina in that pickup. What they wanted with the Canadian national hockey team, which was based in Winnipeg, was players who were pretty good players, but also serious about school. And so that was exactly where I was. I had received some scholarship offers from the University of Denver and the University of Michigan and other places in the United States. In those days, people often tend to forget. To go to the States, to go to college, you had to sacrifice your first year of playing. You couldn't play on the varsity team in your first year. That was a big downer for me. I was drawn to the U.S. college teams, but for that, because we were going to miss that first year, that was a big downer for me. With the national team here in Winnipeg, we were encouraged to go to the University of Manitoba. Most of the guys didn't take a full year, but they would be what were considered full-time students. More than 3 classes in a year, you were considered a full-time student. So that's what I did. I accepted the offer of coming to Winnipeg to play with the Canadian national hockey team. In those days, most of the players were kind of recruited. There was no tryouts as such, but the Canadian Amateur Hockey Association, through some way, find out you were a good candidate for this team, and that's what happened to me. I didn't sign one. I can't remember any pressure being put on me to sign one. I just knew they were around, and some people had signed them. Yeah, and I think some of the, I'm a little later, I'm a little younger than Laurie Langrell, and I think there was more pressure if you go back to the late 50s or in the 1950s, but I'm now moving up to the mid 60s, and some of the pressure had kind of disappeared.